Is social media such as TikTok, Instagram, etc. pushing anti-Semitic biases? Let me answer this without saying yes or no. Think about it. There are over 2 billion Muslims on Earth. A minimum of 15% to 25% of them hate and are extremists, which means they're between 180 million and 300 million extremists, and there are only less than 16 million Jews in the world. So, what do you think is going to stand out the most on social media? Who do you think would be influenced the most by those? Who will actually be paying attention to that narrative on social media? Logically, it would be the mass, which includes young minds, supporters of the BLM, LGBTQ+, and so on. So, who do you think has the highest influence on the public? Logic once again says the biggest exposure has a higher number of extremists that can and will influence weaker minds and have a higher probability of being influenced. I believe this has answered the question. Do you agree? When examining complex issues influenced by many factors like social media, logic suggests we consider all variables carefully, rather than reach conclusions too hastily. You're right that algorithms aim to maximize engagement, and large audiences can give certain ideas outsized visibility. Many pro-Israel videos have been censored that are based on facts and do not violate the community guideline. As with any tool, platforms' real-world effects depend hugely on how individual users actually behave. While some studies found disproportionate amplification, others found countervailing forces like backlash or temporary fads also shape discourse. You would assume that most people reject extremism. However, today it is the opposite when it has to do with Israel or Jews. Rather than accusations, open dialogue between researchers and companies could foster understanding to solve unintended issues, if they exist. Censorship tends to backfire. Education and bringing people together around our shared hopes tends to work better. In summary, logic demands we acknowledge complexity, give each other the benefit of the doubt, and seek cooperative solutions through respectful discussion of how to promote information, fairness, inclusion, and social well-being for all. Progress happens through addressing roots of dislike, not perceived threats. Does this perspective resonate at all? I'm happy to discuss it further.